Hi everyone, this is the CRM Ninja, and I'd like to talk a little bit about a new series, another new series that I'm going to be starting to talk about on my blog and on my YouTube channel. And this is going to be around Omnichannel. Now, let's talk about what Omnichannel is within Dynamics and in general, what it's about. So if we look at businesses today, whether they're public sector, whether they're private sector, they could be government, they could be retail, at the end of the day, things like Dynamics drive everything around their customers. Now, these could be customers in the sense of actually buying something. These can be customers in the sense of they're using the services. But one thing that we're seeing again and again is that customers are looking for the best brand. And by brand, it's not necessarily about trainers or the sweatshirts that you're wearing. It's about the best service. They're looking for the company or the provider that will treat them best, that will give them the best experience, that will give them the best service, that will really look not just to meet their needs, but to exceed and deliver on the top of that. So if you look at the retail, for instance, it's not just about the fact you can buy something, it's about loyalty. It's about, a personalized experience as a customer. And this is really something that today's customers, again, across the different types of experiences and that there are, whether it's shopping for yourself or for your family, whether it's looking for the best broadband deal, whether it's booking a holiday, whether it's interacting, with your local council and paying your council tax or whatever it is, you want to be able to interact in the best way and get the best service. And we're seeing time and time again that loyalty is really driving this, as well as customer experience. So having said all of that, Microsoft earlier this year, and there have been some updates recently with the Wave 2 of 2019, have released what they call Omnichannel for customer experience. So what exactly is Omnichannel? Well, customers can come and can talk to their providers through a variety of means. They can do it via phone. You can pick up the phone. You could do it via an email. You could send a text message. You could do an online chat with a chatbot or an online support agent. Think of, if you ordered something from Amazon and you've got a problem, you get on and now there's an automated sort of bot, which will take you to a certain point. But then past that is a human at the other end of it. So these are all different channels in which you can communicate with your supplier and which companies can all communicate going outwards to their customer base. And what Omnichannel does is, instead of having it siloed, whereby you've got a call center handling all your phone calls, and you've got a customer service department replying to emails, and you've got a web team handling all the web stuff and all the other channels, of course. But what happens is that it provides a single experience across all possible channels. Now, Microsoft doesn't yet cover every single line of communication. There are a range of ISV solutions out there that cover these that Microsoft doesn't have. For instance, Microsoft just announced Facebook. They'll have the ability for Facebook within Omnichannel. Previously, there's an ISV solution for Facebook, and so on and so forth. But the aim of it is that you will be able to have a connected customer service center that will be able to interact with its customers across all of the different channels. So number one, you don't have silos within your company. Number two, all the data being captured is being stored down into CDS, which means that you can then start over time analyzing what your customers are up to and their experience across all the different channels, because somebody could be doing great via the web and really badly via email. Because when they're talking with somebody in a live chat, it's going really well, but you type an email and then you get a sort of somewhat canned response and so on and so forth, and replies here and replies there. And it's not the experience that the customer is looking for. Now, with all the data being stored down into CDS, you are now going to be able to analyze that and we can use some of the machine learning and AI functions that Dynamics and Power Platform has to see these and see how the customer is experiencing across channel, and using that to be able to drive our behavior in how we interact with the customer's experience of how they are going through the interactions. You could self-serve using things like the Power Virtual Agents, which are really new, which is another channel. And slowly you'll be able to give your customer a much better experience, which builds your brand, which builds customer loyalty, which builds the ability to personalize to the customer, which adds to the company's overall 360-degree view of it. Because one of the main issues that cause customers to leave companies and suppliers is really that lack of unified experience across the channels. You know, you call up, you speak to one person on Monday, you call up on Tuesday, they can't find a record of your call on Monday, you have to go through everything again. If you can get this connected experience, and not just for one single channel like phone, but across all channels, then you can really, really drive your customer base. And not only that, but you can empower your own agents to manage issues, to solve cases, to give your interaction, the interaction they have with the customers, a much higher level of success, and leaving the customer feeling satisfied, which then again will build loyalty for the customer experience and keep your customer with you. So Omnichannel is really about this, and it's a really, really powerful feature and function of Dynamics that I think is really something that a lot of companies, a lot of providers, and especially if you start looking in the retail space, along with Dynamics for Retail, which is in private preview at the moment, but will be going GA hopefully at some point next year, will be able to drive all of this. Now, what I'm going to be able to do, hopefully, is to walk you through with tutorials how you're going to be able to get Omnichannel into your environments, how you will set up and configure it, walk through all the steps so you've got them to hand, series of blog posts, some YouTube videos, keeping it light, don't want to be intense in the videos, but really getting it there so you have a 101, if I can use the American expression, but a base to start out with how you will get Omnichannel into your environments, and then show you how you can use Omnichannel in order to empower your customers and yourself. There's going to be a massive amount out there. There's a lot more that's going to be coming next year in Omnichannel. Not only am I going to be going through the Microsoft offering itself, I'm also going to be going through the ISV solutions that are out there and how they plug in. Now, I just want to leave one thought. People would have heard of the Channel Integration Framework, or CIF as it's called. Now, that and Omnichannel are two separate things. The Channel Integration Framework is an integration framework for a channel. So if you have a new method of communication, say, I don't know, augmented reality, say everybody had HoloLens and wanted to dial in via HoloLens, you can integrate that through the Channel Integration Framework part of Dynamics, and that will then feed into the Omnichannel experience. So Channel Integration Framework is like lanes, and you have a lane per integration, per channel that's coming in, and Omnichannel then sits sort of around it, and everything will flow into it. So I hope that you're going to really enjoy this. Please feel free to raise any questions, anything that you might like to see on Omnichannel, and I will do my best to answer it. I hope that you will enjoy the journey on this. Have a great day.